Look, you're probably spending hours every single week on stuff that just feels unavoidable, right?
Whether that is job hunting,
finding leads, creating content, or even building ad creatives. You've probably just told yourself, this is just how it's done. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Most of these problems I've listed already have a proven automation, and building them is way easier than you think.
I run an AI consultancy
where I help businesses automate these exact workflows. Not just that, but I also have a community of over 200 members where I teach people how to build all of these workflows from scratch. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 8 different AI agents that handle the repetitive work that you're already doing. Just pick one that applies to you and you get back hours every single week. Enough of the talking, let's jump in. Let's start with something almost everyone has done. If you're job hunting, you know the routine. You check job boards, you filter, you write custom resumes and cover letters. You go through the long application form. It's long and tedious. It makes you think you're making the effort, but it's all manual and grunt work that maybe after the long hours that you've put in, actually nothing happens. So the first AI agent that I have for you here solves this particular problem. So here's the workflow. Let me quickly explain it to you before I run it. So it all starts with this schedule trigger node, which is basically you asking the AI to schedule this particular workflow for you. Like let's say, okay, you want it to run every week, or you want it to run every day, or even you can even set it to run at a specific time. So let's say you want it to scrape jobs for you every Sunday morning before you wake up, so you put it by 5 a.m. So that is the point of the schedule trigger node, and here is where you basically put your job preferences, the job that you'd like to apply to, the location, the salary that you'd like, all that kind of stuff. And here is where it gets your CV. So make sure that first of all you have your CV, which is going to act as the base document for the next nodes that I'm about to explain to you. After that, we have this AV5 node, and what it does in simple terms is that it goes on Indeed and takes your job preferences and searches it on Indeed and scrapes all the jobs that are aligned with your preferences. Not just that, after it has scraped from Indeed, it rates the jobs that it has scraped against your preferences, because you know Indeed, not all jobs are going to be exact match with what you're looking for. So it rates the jobs out of 10, and it's recommended that you just apply to jobs with 7 and above so that you are not wasting your time. Next up, it creates custom resumes that are based on your CV and the job description so that it's custom for that specific job. Not just that, but it writes custom cover letters too as well. Same as the resume, but then this is for cover letter. And once everything is done, it appends everything into a Google Sheet, which you can see here, which is basically very common. Every morning, let's say if you apply to jobs in the morning, you just come in here, you see the job ratings higher than 8, and then you basically apply to them by just going to the job link here. And let me quickly run it for you so that you see how it works. And all you have to do, as I've said, since this runs automatically, is that it does it for you automatically, so you don't need to execute the workflow. Or since this is just a demo, let me quickly show you how you run it. So just click on this execute workflow here, and what it's going to do now, as you can see, it just got our CV, and now it's running our job preferences that we have here. If you can see, we have the Indeed URL and we have the job preferences here. And then I also have a prompt template that does all of this for you. Gets the Indeed URL and the job preferences too as well. And if you want access to this template and that too as well, all you have to do is click the first link in the description below, join the Builders Lab community, make your way to tools and resources in the classroom section, and come here and you would find everything you need in order to run this workflow. And if you come back to the workflow, you can see here it just did the job rating, and if we were to open it, wow, you can see you got 8, 8.5, 9.5 and 10 too as well. Amazing. Let's check next. So now what it's doing is that it's writing the custom resumes. This takes a bit of time. Also same for the custom cover letter. But once it's done, I'll reveal everything in the Google Sheet so you can see. And it just finished. So let's give it a look in the Google Sheet. And here we are. You can see it scraped 11 jobs for us, all aligned with my preferences. You see we have all junior software engineering jobs here. We have the company names here. If we were to open them, we would see every single thing here. We would see the location, the job type, the salary, the job description. If we were to open it, we would see everything here. And if we were to apply to the job, just click on here and it will take you straight to the job application page. Not just that, but you can find the job rating, the personalized resume. Not just that, but the cover letter. And another bonus, it also scrapes the recruiter's email for you so that you can go the extra mile and send them a custom email so that they are more likely to hire you, something along those lines. So that the first AI agent, or should I say the first workflow. But here's the important realization. A job board is just data, and scraping jobs is the same skill as scraping businesses. So if you can find jobs, you can find leads for your business. So that is what this workflow does. And if you see it here, you can see it all starts with a webhook node which gets triggered from this UI. So this workflow just abstracts all of the technical details for you. All you have to do is just put in the business niche, business location, number of places to scrape, and the minimum stars so that you can get high quality businesses scraped. And what it does once it receives that data using this webhook node is that it scrapes Google Maps using API. After that, it loops over each business that it has scraped using Google Maps and API, and it scrapes the websites of each business. Then it goes through that website and finds their phone numbers, their emails, their social profiles like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Then it puts everything together. Once it's done for all of the businesses it has scraped, it puts everything into a CSV and gives us an option to download it. Let me quickly show you how that works. So let's quickly get this. Let's quickly get our production URL. Paste it here. And for businesses, let's put MedSpa in London. Let's make it 10. And let's make it 4 stars. All you have to do is just click on scrape. And what it's going to do now is that it's just going to scrape the businesses, go through the whole flow that I explained to you. And once it's done, I'm going to show you the results here. And it just finished. As I've told you, it gives us a CSV, and all you have to do is just click on download here. And if you were to open the CSV, we would see all of the businesses scraped. You can see you get the business name, the business number, the address, the website, the rating, the review count, their Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, the website phone number, and the email too as well. So you can see this helps you scrape businesses. And if you want access to this workflow that I just ran, you can get access to it in my community by going to the same classroom section, and you find it named as Google Maps Scraper, and it has everything you need in order for you to run this workflow. Now that's the second one. The third one, well, now you've solved the speed issue. You can scrape 50 businesses at once, but we all know that getting list of businesses doesn't close the deals for you. You need something with leverage, and list of businesses, even though it's important, it's not leverage. And what leverage is something called context. And that is where most people hit the wall. And this workflow you're seeing right here solves that for us. As you can see, it all starts with a webhook node because it has a UI same as the other one. And for this one, all you have to do is get the LinkedIn profile URL of the person that you're looking to get additional information on them, not just them, but their business and everything relating to that. I'll show you what that looks like at the end because you'll be shocked by the results of this particular workflow. But let me quickly explain how it works. So as I said, it all starts with the LinkedIn URL, and once it gets the LinkedIn URL, it scrapes the user's LinkedIn profile. After that, it scrapes their post. Then it goes to their company profile, scrapes that as well. After that, it scrapes the post of their company too as well. Then after that, this is the important part. So it does a research on the person. Then once it gets all that data, it proceeds to the next thing, which is doing a research on the company that the person is a decision maker at. Then, after that, we keep going. It structures all of that data, the research and the company data,
and it also structures the education and work background of that specific person.
Then it generates a need summary. After that, it generates a company summary. So we have two reports, the one for the person and one for the company. And after that, it puts it all into a HTML that looks good and presentable
and sends it to our email. So let me quickly run that so you can see how it works. So as I've said, it all starts with this UI. So let's go to this webhook URL, get the production URL, paste it here, click on save. And for the person that you want to scrape, it's Liam Otley. It's one of the top people in the AI space, so why not? So let's just start the research here. And what it's doing now in the background, it's basically going through that whole workflow that I showed you. And once it's done, it's going to send us a notification here that the need has been researched, the company too as well, and the report has been sent to our email. So once that is done, I'm going to get back to you with the results. So it just finished, and as I've told you, it gets sent to our email. And here we are in my inbox, and we can see the need research report. We can see here's everything. We get the professional background, LinkedIn activity, company information, recent milestones, and behavioral signal. And guess what we can do with all of this information? We can send personalized outreach to them and makes us stand out in their inbox. And if you can see here, we get a summary of the need themselves. We get their professional background, the companies they've worked at, their educational background, and then their interest. Not just that, but we get their recent LinkedIn posts, their recent posts on other platforms. So we get their posts on YouTube, then recent events attended, we get that too as well. Recent awards too they've gotten, recent personal milestones, recent business milestones, and behavioral signal, basically summarizing all of this data. And you can see it presented here in a short description, which you can see here. Not just that, but here we're going another step to research about their company, not just them this time. So you can see here their company name, their summary, description, estimated revenue, employee count, and if they are currently hiring or not. Or you can see the target market niche of their particular business. Recent LinkedIn post, recent company posts on other platforms, so you can see their Twitter post, Facebook, Medium, Instagram, and even Spotify. Wow. And also recent company events too as well. Not just that, but recent company awards, recent company milestones, and recent hires, so that you can gauge and understand where they're kind of lacking or where they're consistently getting problems. Not just that, but bad reviews, so that you can position your outreach message to kind of solve what they are bad at from the bad reviews, and company pain points as well. So you can see all of that is all laid out. Not just that, but a behavioral signal is also done for the company. So you can use all of this data to craft your personalized outreach to your leads. And if you want to get access to this particular workflow, it's the same as the other ones. Just make your way to the Builders Lab community, go to the classroom section, and you'd find the need report here, and you would have everything you need to get this workflow up and running. So now, for the last 3 automations that I've showed you, you can find jobs, scrape leads, and do research on those leads themselves. What if the same automation mindset wasn't just for outreach? What if it's for the content you're already creating and wasting? And for the 4th workflow, it's a content repurposing factory, and you'll be shocked by what it does. Let me quickly show you what it does. So this one too starts with a webhook node, which gets triggered from this UI you're seeing here. And what it does is that you basically input your video URL. Let's see the video that you're looking to repurpose. After that, you select the content type, so you can repurpose that video into a newsletter, blog, short form content, or text post for X or LinkedIn. Not just that, but you can select the days of content that you'd like the repurpose of the content to be done for. So let's say you would like to make repurposed versions of your YouTube video for 30 days, even though that's a lot. But What this workflow does is that it would spit out 30 different posts based on your YouTube video. So the post can be a newsletter, blog, short form, or a text post, as I've told you. And the way it works is that, first of all, it gets your webhook URL through this it gets your YouTube URL from this webhook node. Then it scrapes YouTube and extracts the transcript. After that, we clean the data a bit. Then we set up the guide depending on the post type. So if it's a newsletter, a blog, or a short form, or a text post. So we just set the guide, because there are separate guides for each type of post, because each post has its own certain way of being made, so that we can optimize not just for efficiency, but for virality too as well, so that you're making quality posts, not just quantity. Then after that, we clean it up a bit here, and then we make a request to OpenAI, which creates the post. Then finally it responds back, and then the post gets shown to us here. And in order for me to show you how that works live, all you have to do is get the webhook URL here, copy it, go here, paste it here, save. And for the video, I'm going to choose this Claude Code video made by Alex Feng. Paste it here, and you automatically get a preview once you paste the link. And let's make it a text post for LinkedIn and X, and let's make 7 days worth of content from this. So all you have to do is click on repurpose content, and what it's going to do now in the background is just going to go through the whole workflow that I just explained to you a few minutes ago. And once it's done, I'm going to show you the post that it has made, and it just finished. So if we were to scroll down here, we would find 7 days of repurposed content ready for us. You can see this is the day 1 content, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and you can see perfect. This looks extremely good. And if you want access to this workflow, it's the same as the previous ones. All you have to do is go to the classroom section in the Builders Lab, and you find Content Repurposing Factory page here, and it has everything you need to get this workflow up and running. So now we've fixed the distribution issue using the past automation that repurposes content for us. But we all know that distribution won't matter if nothing converts. And this is for the people that run ads, because if you run ads, you need ad creatives almost every time. But what slows everyone down is the need for different designs, and this is what this automation solves for us. And if you check it out here, it starts from this UI, and what this UI asks us to input is a product image. Let's say the product that you need the ad creatives for, then a little bit of description, but you don't need to provide that. And once you send that over, this webhook node gets triggered. Then it gets converted from base64, because when you upload it here, it gets uploaded as base64. Then it gets converted to an image URL. And after that, use the OpenAI vision models to basically take the image from its visual form to its textual form, so that we can then provide it to this ad creative director, which is basically the orchestrator. Basically looks at the product and decides on what ad should be made for that product. And also take suggestions from the description that you put in over here. After that, we use the new Nano Banana Pro to create the ad. Then here we just have a logic system that we basically wait until the ad has been made by Nano Banana, because sometimes it takes some time. Then after that, the results get outputted onto this UI for us. So let me show you a quick example of this in action. So I have a picture here of a Stanley Cup that I want to make an ad for. So let me quickly screenshot this. Let me upload it. Let's put the desktop here. I'm going to open this. And one more thing. Let me get the webhook URL here too as well. Copy it. Paste this. Click on Save Configuration and just click on Generate Creative. And what's going to happen now behind the scenes is that it's going to go through the whole workflow that I explained to you and basically create the ad for us. And once that is done, I'm going to show you the results here. And it just finished, so let's give it a quick look. And you can also download the creative if you want. Let's click on download here and let's view it. And we can see the ad here. It looks really good, and you can create as many as possible. As you can see, it was done in a few seconds. And if you want access to this workflow, it's the same as the other ones. All you have to do is go to the classroom section, tools and resources, and you find the Nano Banana Ad Creative Generator, and this page will have everything you need to get this workflow up and running. So now for the sixth automation. We all know that static ads work until they don't, and that is where video ads come into the picture. And now what's working for video ads are videos that feel real and unscripted. So now the question becomes, what if we could automate real looking video ads too? And ladies and gentlemen, that is what this workflow does. So same as the other workflows, it gets triggered by a webhook node, which all gets started from this UI where you can upload the avatar image and the product image. The avatar image, which is basically the person reviewing the product, and then the product image is basically image of the product that the person will basically be reviewing or creating the video ad for. And once both of those are sent, it gets received by this webhook node, and we convert the images from base64 to image URL. Then we convert the product like we've done in the image ad creative generator. We turn it from its visual form to its textual form so that we can provide it to this AI UGC creative director, which is basically the orchestrator and the brains behind everything. It basically lays out the scene, how the person should feel, the script, every single thing. If you want a deeper look, you can get this workflow and look through into it. And then after that, what we do is that we create a still scene of the video so that later on we animate it using Veo3. So we create the still scene using Nano Banana Pro, then we animate it into Veo3, and because a video ad has multiple scenes, so it creates for different scenes. So it might create for 5 scenes, 6 scenes, 7 scenes, and once it's done, we combine everything together using FFmpeg so that we have one long video consisting of multiple scenes. Then after that, it gets sent back to this UI over here. And let me show you what that looks like in action. Let's first get the webhook URL. Go to production, copy it, go back here. Then let's get the avatar image and the product image. For the product image, we're going to be using the same Standy cop image that we used in the previous automation. And then for the avatar image, we asked ChatGPT to create a prompt for us, and then we took that prompt, gave it to Nano Banana to create an avatar for us. You can use this in Gemini or any AI image generation platform. That is fine. And once you get that, or you can even use your own picture, but it's completely up to you. Then we upload the avatar image here. Then for the description, it's the same as the previous automation. You can tell the AI to make it more to what you would like it to be. But for this run, I'm just going to leave it blank since it's optional. And all we have to do here is just click on generate video, and what it's going to do in the background now, it's going to go through all of that workflow that I showed you and generate the video ad for us. And once it's done, I'm going to show you the results here, and it's just finished. So let's give it a quick look.
Okay, so I'm really bad at drinking enough water throughout the day. Like, I'll get to 3 p.m. and realize I've had maybe 1 glass. It's such a problem.
So I got this Stanley tumbler, and honestly, game changer. It holds so much water.
It's literally 3 p.m. right now, and I still have water left. My hydration has completely changed.
So you can see this looks
extremely good, and this helps you automate your video ads. And if you want access to this particular automation, all you have to do, same as the previous ones, make your way to the Builders Lab community, classroom section, tools and resources, and you find the Nano Banana Pro AI UGC. And if you come to this page, you have everything you need to get this workflow up and running on your own computer. So now, the 7th automation.
Leads, research,
content. We've all done that in the past automations, or should I say the previous automations. Now, let's turn to another direction, which is internal knowledge. FAQs, docs, SOPs, they're all scattered everywhere. Your team spends hours searching for just a single answer. And what this automation does is that it simplifies everything for us, and all you have to do is just search and then you get your answer ASAP. And what that automation uses is something called retrieval augmented generation, which is RAG, which makes knowledge searchable, scalable, and instant. And the way this workflow works is, first of all, you need your knowledge base document, which in this case, it's this Novelfy Help Center, which has everything a customer support agent needs when it comes to replying to customer support emails. You can see it's over 9 pages and has a lot of things. And what this part of the workflow does is that we get this particular Google Docs using the Google Drive node in N8N. We split it up into chunks, then we turn those chunks from the textual form into its numerical form using embeddings. So we turn it into embeddings, and then we get these embeddings and then we store it in a vector database, which makes it suitable to use for vector search. Which brings us to this part of the workflow. You can see here we have a chat message received node here, which we can open the chat here and we can chat with the AI agent. But before I run it, let me explain this part. So we use the OpenAI model, which is basically the model that crafts the reply. Not just that, but we have a memory which keeps the past messages that we've sent in the conversation context. Not just that, but this is the important part. This is the retrieval augmented generation part, which basically takes our query, turns it into its numerical form using vector embeddings, the same way we did it for this, and then does a similarity search in the vector database and finds the chunk of document, if you can remember, that we split, that relates to the query that we sent the most. And then once we retrieve that particular chunk, we use that chunk to answer the query that we may have. Let me show you how that works in action. So let's open the chat. Let's go to Novelfy here. Let's see, what question should we ask? Let's see. Let's ask it, how long does it take to make a transfer between US and Canada? So how long does it take to make a transfer between US and Canada? I'm going to send it, and you can see here it queries the OpenAI model. Then here it's using the vector embeddings to get the chunks that are similar, and then it uses OpenAI to craft the reply. And if you can see here, we get the reply. It says transfers between US and Canada via Novelfy typically takes 1 to 2 business days. And if you were to check here, we get it perfect. And that is basically how this RAG pipeline, or should I say this RAG AI agent, works. And if you want access to this, the same as the previous automations, all you have to do is come over to the classroom section, tools and resources, and then you find the no code RAG agent builder, and this page has everything you need to get this RAG pipeline up and running on your computer. So now it brings us to the last automation. I promise this is worth waiting for. So let me show you that. And for the traders watching this, we all know that trading sometimes can get overwhelming. Charts, news, sentiments. That is what this automation does for us. So it does the fundamental analysis, the technical analysis, the news sentiment, and outputs a signal for us whether we should buy, sell, or hold. Not just that, but explains why it went with that trading decision. So let me quickly show you how that works. So this one, same as the previous workflows, starts with a webhook node. And this webhook node gets triggered through this UI, which you can see here. And all you have to input into this UI is give it your ticker symbol, whether that be AAPL for Apple or MSFT for Microsoft. You get the logic. And if you were to come here, what it does in this first 3 nodes is that it does a multi-time frame analysis, which means it gets the 1 minute time frame, 15 minute, and the 1 hour time frame. After that, it gets the news for the last 7 days. Then it uses this AI model to basically do a news sentiment analysis and output the sentiment analysis with the score and the overall sentiment, whether that be positive
negative or neutral, and then the score, whether that be between -1 to +1. On top of that, it gives us a reasoning, or should I say a rationale behind why it went with that new sentiment. After that, we put all of this data into one place, and then we give it to this AI agent, which outputs the trading decision, whether that be you should buy, sell, or hold. Not just that, but as I said, it gives us the reason why it went with that trading decision. Then finally, we respond back to the webhook and it gets displayed here to us. So let me quickly show you a quick example of how this works in action. So let's put in AAPN, click it and click on make trading decision. And what's going to happen here in the background is that all that I've explained is going to happen basically. So it's going to do the multi-time frame analysis, it's going to get the news in the last 7 days, make a new sentiment, then come up with a trading decision, and also give us the entry price, stop loss, and take profits too as well if it's buy or sell. If it's hold, it doesn't give us any of that. But let's see what this tells us to do. And it just finished. We can see here it actually told us to not buy or sell. It told us to hold off and not participate in the market, and here's its reasoning, which you can see here. If you want, you can pause and give it a deep look, but that is basically how it works in action. And if you want access to this particular AI agent, all you have to do, same as the previous automations, make your way to the classroom section, come all the way to tools and resources, then you find this AI trading agent page, and once you're here, you find everything you need to get this agent up and running on your computer. So there you have it: job scraping, lead generation, content repurposing, AI ad creatives, lead research, AI UGC, RAG, and finally trading signals. These are 8 tasks you now know that don't have to be manual anymore. Here's what to do next. Pick one, build it, and try it out today. And if you want templates to all of the 8 workflows that I just showed you today, you can click the first link in the description below, join the Builders Lab community, and once you're there, you won't just have access to these 8 workflows, you'll have access to 50 other workflows. Not just that, but a community of like-minded builders, and on top of that, you can hop on weekly calls with me where you can ask me any questions. And if you're a business and you're lost in this AI world and you need an AI strategy set in place in order for you to become an AI first organization, you can click the second link in the description below and you can book a call with my team and we can get you started with that. Don't forget to drop a comment and let me know which workflow you're going to be building first. Anyways, that's all from me today. I'm Ahmed and I will see you in the next one.